I am coming to you live from the beautiful Central Coast, New South Wales of Australia. Today I'm bringing you a little bit of a peek at the new Eyelet die. I've got it sitting here on my table, and I've also got a bit of a peek about the beach time scrapbooking pages that I recently completed. So I thought you might like to have a sticky beak. All right, so let's have a bit of a look. Okay, so this here is Stampin' Up's product of the month. It is the Eyelet Blooms die. It is a metal die that goes through your cut and emboss machine and will cut and emboss these pretty little flowers. Okay, so we're going to use that in our card today. And what I've got for you today is some leftovers. Okay, so this is Summer Splash, and that's what's going to be the basis of our card. I've also got our envelope, but I've got some leftover pieces here. And when I say leftovers, they're bits left over from one of our kits. Now, this particular kit happened to be Beach Time, so which is this one here, where you get 6 pages or 3 double-page spreads, and it's a kit. And if you purchase it, it gives you all your cutting instructions, and you'll notice on these spaces here that's spare. Okay, so you've got lots of extra bits to play with. So we're going to use some of those extra bits. I will use some of them for scrapbooking pages at a later date, so I can make some extras. But I also tweaked the pages, so I thought I'd show them to you. This one here is one of these 2 pages go together. Okay, these are pages 3, they're 4 and 5 or something like that in the book. These 2 pages go together. So we've got this little guy here, and I'm sorry I can't zoom out for you. All right, and then there is this one here. Now, I haven't added my photos because I haven't printed them. Yes, that's upside down. I'm aware of that. But I've made it so that I can, let me show you, I can slip my photos in underneath because I haven't glued particular bits down yet. So my photos will slip in underneath there quite nicely. Okay, so that's one double page. And I made them as per the kit with a few little added extras. You won't be able to see this piece necessarily, but you'll notice, maybe you can or you can't. Oh, I don't know. No, it's not going to let you look. I've cut, oh, yep, you can see it there. I've coloured lots of things with Wink of Stella just to give them a little bit of extra, I don't know, prettiness, I guess is the right word. This guy's upside down, which is no good to you guys. Okay. All right, so this one here is the next double page. Okay, and so we've got page number 1 of it. All right, I've put Wink of Stella around my sun. I've put Wink of Stella on my little diamondy things. Yes, I know that's on its side. I've also used, we've got a new mask that's coming for those people that have been watching what's happening. There's a set of masks, a 12 by 12 masks coming with the new catalogue, and one of them's all these little dots. And I've used them throughout the pages as a bit of an optional extra. Again, I've got to get my photos printed. So these are the 2 pages for that particular spread. And then these 2, now it was, let's go to the beach. So my auntie took us away and we went to Waikiki Beach. So I've got heaps of photos of Waikiki Beach. So this is, again, a double page spread. So where there was, I can't remember what word was supposed to be here, but I just cut, it had beach days. So I've cut a piece of basic white, and I've used one of our, I believe that one actually might be a retired stamp set. You know, I've kept all of my alphabet sets that I've purchased along the way. And again, I've added these dots just as little bits extra. So there's nothing stopping, and again, this has got Wink of Stella all over it. There's nothing stopping you from adding extra stuff to your pages. But today we're going to use the cut and emboss machine with the Eyelet Blooms, some Summer Splash, because I'll be very sad to see Summer Splash go, This is a retiring in colour. So come the beginning of May, you will not be able to get this any longer. I need a new blade. Do you know it's really easy to change our blades? Right? Blades come in a packet of 4. And I do believe somewhere here I've got a packet because that is fluffy and I don't like fluffy. So they come in a packet of 4. As you can see, I've used 2 of these here. When you're changing your blade, there's like a little groove just here on your cutter. That will flip out. I actually have a sharps container to put in because although it's blunt, it's still really sharp, let me tell you. And then we just slip a new one into it. Hi Lola, how you going? All right, and then we just can slip a new blade into it. Now I have a tendency to, I just push it in side on and then slip it in. I have a tendency to cut predominantly pulling down. It just seems to be the way I like to do it. It's just one of those things. Where is my, here's a, I have many of these, emery board. I'm just going to scrape off my fluffies here. Just because you can actually see it. It looks pretty daggy. So I'll just get them off because that was a bit blunt. So that nice new sharp blade that's now in there is going to be perfect. And we need a, I can't believe I don't have a bone folder on the table. Like I have thousands of bone folders in this house. Oh, yep, here it is. I knew it was here somewhere. All right, I'll just put that piece to the bottom because, you know, we can. Oh, we saw a really cool trick. If Donna's around, which she might be, she might not be, what she does is she butts her piece of cardstock up against that end piece, and then she does this and she butts that second one up against it to fold it so that all of her corners end up together and everything's flat. Love it. All right. So if you've watched any of Donna, that's Donna Gray. She's an Australian demonstrator. If you've watched any of her videos, you'll see that. We've got an inside and we've got a top. And you're thinking, okay, I wonder what we're up to. All right, so we've got that. We need that for the inside. This is actually going to be to cut some goodies out of. This is our double-sided summer splash. Okay, see? So we've got the light side and the dark side. All right, so we need to cut a piece of that, and I'm going to cut it the same size as the front. Now, you may think, oh, I'm starting to recognise this card. Well, I think that you will if you've been searching around the Stampin' Up store. We have an amazing Stampin' Up online store. Look at how beautiful that brand new one cuts. Okay, we have an amazing online store and it has heaps of inspiration on it. Nobody said you have to follow the colours that are on it. All right, this is this gorgeous die. I'm going to pull it out. It's huge, all right? Like huge. I'm talking huge. Ooh. Love how sticky they are. There's our normal card front. There's the size of the die. Now this is $9 this die if you spend $125, okay? So if you spend $125 RRP in Australia in the online store, you can purchase this as an add-on this month for $9. Bargain, okay? I've got a few tips to go with this, okay? So I'll just put that away. Now, Petunia Pop goes with this packet beautifully, okay? Well, because it's one of the same family. So I have, oh, I've got one down there. I have a tiny little piece of Petunia Pop, which I'm going to cut that out of. The other thing that I have over here is my plaid embossing folder. You can use any embossing folder for what I'm about to do, but I liked the example of it. Now, I did have, and what have I done with them? There they are. Nested Essentials. Oh, I've got to be stretchy. Nested Essentials. These are the bomb, okay? All right, so When I say these are the bomb, you've got so much variety in here. You'll see me bring these out time and time again. And today we're going to use the banner. Okay, and we're going to use banner there, and we're going to have a bit of a play. Right, so they're called nested essentials, and to me they are an essential part of your crafting. Right, so we need that one. And what else do we need? We've got Paradise Garden. Now, I want to make a birthday card. This one doesn't have, I mean, it does have wishing you a lovely day, which is a nice sentiment. If you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, great. If you got the April kit, you will have the cutest little happy birthday stamp from the April kit. If you're at on stage and you're a demonstrator, you will have had that. That is really nice. It's got a nice thanks and happy Father's Day, but it's got a really cute happy birthday. If you haven't got that and you've got banner sayings, there's a really nice happy birthday in there, because I want a long, skinny sentiment. I'm going to use this, or depending on what sort of, how thick I make it, I could use this, but I'm thinking long and skinny is where I'm going to go. So I'm going to go with happy birthday from that set, but I'm going to use the elements out of this guy. Okay, so there is a set of dies that match Paradise Garden. Paradise Garden's a beautiful suite. Check it out if you haven't had a chance to. I'll pop a link. I'll edit the bits in the description so that you can go and just check out it. If you can't find it, it'll be all listed there for you. So we're going to stamp some things and we're going to cut them out and we're going to get moving. Stop talking about it, Court, and let's get going, hey? So I'll just put some things to the side that I don't need just yet. Let's do some stamping first. Okay, we're going to need a couple of flowers and some leaves. All right. These are nice and big. Like, look at them. They're just glorious. Okay. I like to keep that piece because I don't like them sticking to the paper. This is block E. Okay, and we need some leaves. This is block D. And I'm thinking, what else can we cut out here? We can cut out both the little flowers. Look, there's a little sentiment strip. So it's a really nice bundle for what we're about to do. Okay, might cut out some of these leaves as well. So let's get a smaller block. And we'll even have, let's go with a smaller flower. Let's make it this really small one. Okay. And we're not using the sentiments out of here. So I'll just put that away now. Okay. So all of these pieces are going to get cut out. Okay. So, or die cut, for want of a better way of putting it. Amanda will be happy. We are not fussy cutting. So I'm thinking of, we're going to have some Summer Splash. We're going to have some Petunia Pop. Let's go with, let's say, some Daffodil Delight. Okay, I brought over a whole heap of different inks to see if I could pick which colours I want. So if we're going with Daffodil Delight and some Lemon Lolly, and for our flowers, let's do our big ones in Daffodil Delight. Yes, I know the stems will be yellow, but you know what? I'm not going to worry. Let's see how juicy are you. Let's stamp that one down there. Oh, how glorious. And I'm thinking I might need, I'm going to go start with one because I don't know, I don't want to over cut them, but we can have a couple of these guys. I only want to send the, if I work this right, we can do this so we only send the this piece of cardstock through the die cutting machine twice, maximum 3 times. Let me see, we've got, oh, let's go with, yeah, let's do it in Shy Shamrock so it's darker. I think that'll work. So, because we've got Summer Splash here. Oh, it's juicy. And it's all watercolory looking, which is very nice. And we'll do, if we do 2 of this one, okay. Well, some of it didn't come off. Hold on. I just got to hold my tongue right and stick my head over it right so that I don't get a shadow. And there you go. Fixed. All right. So that's that. Well, that's some of last week's stamping. All right, so we're going to cut those out. Oh, I was going to do the little ones in Lemon Lolly, wasn't I? Not Daffodil Delight. Oopsie. Got ink everywhere. Sorry about the noise, guys. Sorry, a bit fuzzy. Okay. Hopefully it'll unfuzz in a second. Okay. Let me just give it a clean. Oh, look at that, much better. Okay. All right, so let's just bring in this guy because we need the big one for this, okay? So, a couple of things we're going to do. Let's send this guy through first, okay? So this guy is going to be in a petunia pot. Now, one of the recommendations some of the other demonstrators from overseas have suggested is that we do this way up. Now, that's not the normal way that I would do it, but I'm going to go with that recommendation because if they've already tried and it works for them, I'm going to give it a whirl, okay? So die this way up instead of face down and on an angle. So you'll see there I've got that on an angle. This fits quite nicely on this plate. I never ever send anything through square. My ladies that come to class will tell you. I never send anything through square. I just find it goes through so much easier if you don't. Okay. Now, some people have said you need to go through twice. Some people have had to use chamois. Not chamois. Oh, what's it called? Oh my gosh, my words have gone out of my head. Some people say that you need to use like a shim. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to go. Oh, I probably could have got away with once because of the way that that's cut. And you can see it has actually cut it quite beautifully. So let's just, there's my take your pick tool with its extra little piece on the end here. Oh, I went on an angle. Oh, well, never mind. It doesn't matter because of what I'm going to do with it. Oh, wow. Pull that out there. Now, I've got all these tiny little dots in there. There is a tool that attaches to the end of your take your pick tool. That is a little brush that you can turn over and brush them all out. Okay, you're going to end up with, in this case, petunia pop confetti everywhere. All right. Now what I'm going to do with this, I'm actually going to turn it over so that it's right side up, put it back in here, and I'm going to use this guy. So this is why it doesn't matter that I'm going to be on an angle. Oh, neat. I could actually get 2 of these out of here. Look, it fits on there twice. So we can fit one there and then one here. So you could do this twice on this piece. So again, I've got it on the angles just ever so slightly to go through the machine because I never send a flat edge in straight. It's just something I learned when we had the big shot and I just never have done it. All right. And now we've got this little piece here. Now, if you want to cut out a second piece, go right ahead, but I'm going to cut something else out of here just because we can. So I'll just put that to a side. We need to cut these guys out with the dies from here. So I'll just pull these ones out. This is where some washi would be handy, but you know what? I don't know that there's any on the table because I was using it on the desk the other day. Look at these dies. Look, there's a great big whopper here that goes with our embossing folder that comes with this particular set and all of these other ones. Right, so we've got our flowers. Right. I'm going to have to just send it through a few times. Sorry, guys. You'll have to be patient and watch me cut flowers and leaves out. Okay, that's all right. I know that you can. So if you're not a demonstrator, you are most welcome to flick me a message and ask me for a copy of the catalogue that's coming up. Gets released at the beginning of May, all of the items from it. Demonstrators can currently shop from those items as part of the pre-order perk that we get to do. So I've got quite a few good things happening on my table at the moment. I know it looks messy behind me, but that's my normal. Too much stuff, not enough space is what they say. And so I've got a mix of new and older happening at the moment. So, but if you're not a demonstrator, you're welcome to join. There is a link in the description to my joining page. If you are a demonstrator already, I hope you've picked some fabulous goodies. We currently have, for customers and demonstrators get all the same perks that customers get. So if you're a customer, you get your 10% back in Stampin' rewards. If you're a demonstrator, you also get that. So we get all the same perks. We just get a few extras. So demonstrators get to save minimum of 20% off, but we also get to pre-order. And we get to see things before everybody else and all that sort of stuff. So there is some incentive to join. And I'm of the mindset, why pay full price if you don't have to? Laurie will affirm that I came down. I am definitely a if you can get it cheaper, do so sort of person. I love a good bargain. Now, the other beauty is that you earn Stampin' rewards on everything. If you are a demonstrator, if you purchase what's it called, a paper pumpkin subscription, you even earn Stampin' rewards on that. So there's lots of good things happening. Oh, where's that one? Just had to figure it out. I had to put my tongue in the right posy to figure that one out. I am going to go with the lemon lolly on these two lilies because I think that they will actually look better. My big Daffodil Delight flowers are a bit crooked, but I can make them work. All right. Put you to the side. Take that one away. Now, with my piece of double-sided paper, a cardstock, light on one side, dark on the other, I'm going to do it dark side up on the Stampin' Up side. I'm going to pop this in here, and I'm actually going to tilt it off to the side because I don't want my plaid to be square. And why don't I want my plaid to be square? I hear you all asking. That's because then it has to really be square. If I turn it off to the side, it'll make it look like I've done it deliberately, which, as you all just saw, I did. So I'm deliberately I'm deliberately crooked, for want of a better way of putting it. Everything is very wobbly. Ooh. And we're through. I could find my grey plate today, so that worked. We're starting to get a bit darker here, hence why I've got the lights on, so everything's very reflective. Okay. Oh, now I'm creating a bit of a mess. Now, one of the beauties about this paper is at the moment it looks rather nice. It's just been pushed up or pushed down depending on what side you use. But if you come along with your emery board and you take a bit to it, so all I'm doing is literally going around on this paper and I'm just shaving some off essentially on the raised up bits just to rough it up a bit. How good does that look? All right, so now we have got a piece that looks like so. We're going to have this in the middle, And then I've got a pair of scissors here, but they're not very sharp. So let's get a pair of nice sharp ones. Okay, you can see we've got all these little flowers in here. All right, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to cut 2 of them out. Oh, I can hear Amanda groaning. All right, so just push these bits up here, and you can just go between there and you can just snip it out. So between those petals, snip it out. Shove the petals up. And I'm just snipping it out between the petals. Okay? So I'm shoving the petals. Petals are going in the up direction. And then there's like a little, it's like so that it's joined onto the card. So you'll need some decent paper snips for this. And I'll give you the heads up. Our snips are coming back, or a pair of snips will be coming back that look similar to the ones we had before. Hopefully they're as good as the ones we had before. They're not from the same company. They've had to source another company to make them because the other company stopped making them. So we've got this little flower, okay? Take your pick tool, can go along and shove out all of these little holes. And it can do that on here as well. If you've got the brush attachment that doesn't happen to be on my desk currently, so obviously over on the other one, you can just run over it with a brush. But yeah, just shove all the little eyelets out. Right, and I want all of those, I want some of those petals sitting in the up direction as well. So I'm just bending it around. It's such a pretty, pretty die. Okay, so I'm just making some of those little petals sit up. This particular one here, I'm leaving flat because I'm actually going to sit it up good and proper because I'm going to put this guy on top. All right. So yeah, just shove them in the up direction. Punch out some of the more of these holes. My desk is going to look like it's got snowed on in pink. Okay. It does, doesn't it? Look at it. It's like confetti everywhere. Okay, so that's going to sit here. Wow, this is going to be so bright, this card. Okay. This guy here, yes, see, I didn't do the greatest job of cutting it. But do you know what? I'm okay with that because it's a handmade card. All right. And I might just hide some of that under there. All right. So, you know, you're not the wise. No one's the wiser. And this guy is going to go up there, which means this one's going to have to come down a bit. Okay. Now, I did bring over some of my Baker's Twine from the Essentials. I've only got a little bit left of the white, but the white is what's going to be perfect on here. I thought I cut out 2 of these. Oh, I did. And there's 2 little leaves there. So, but that's essentially what we're going to do. So I'm going to wind some of this around here. And we're going to make a bit of a messy bow with it. Should we wind it around here or should we wind it around the actual card? Oh, questions. No, we're going to wind it around the actual card. Let's go down here a bit. A bit lower than halfway, let's say. Okay. Oops. Be generous, Court. And that one there. Then paper scissors. Oh, my ribbon ones are stuck underneath my table. Okay. Now, I'll add the bow a bit later, but now I can put this guy onto the back here. If it comes out, we'll get a bit of glue. Put some on that ribbon. I know it's held down with tape, but we just put some on the ribbon so that it actually stays stuck down. Hold your tongue in the right spot so that you can put that piece on there. Does anybody else do that? Make sure that their tongue's held in the right spot. Okay, so we've got to work out where we're going to put this guy. I'm thinking about there. Have it in the middle, or should we have it off to the side? Let's have it off to the side. Now, will you work if I put you? Does it matter that we've got all that extra white? Oh, hi, Vicky. Kuma, I bet it's cold there. All right. Let's go. I'm thinking down there. Yeah, I really want to hide the dodgy bit that I've done. Hey, for Chris, she's not here at the minute, but Chris would like it this way. And this is the way the example is in, if you're looking through the online store, that's the way the example is. I just like to make portrait cards. Okay. All right, yeah. That's where we're going. Okay, so we need some Stampin' dimensionals. All right, so on the back here, we've got some areas there where we can put, we're going to need to, I think we should probably use the minis to tell you the honest truth, just so we don't see the white through the little holes. All right, so if I use some minis, I can go like here. And we can go here. So essentially I'm trying to get around where there's no holes, so it doesn't look like it's white through it. I mean, if worst came to worst, you could colour over the top of your dimensional, but that's going to look ridiculous. There's some there. And I really need some more, I think, just to support it. All right. I really want some more on there. Oh, there's another half of one. Let's use it just because it's here. And guess what? That whole piece is finished. Okay. So we'll just take all of the tops off here. Although I haven't stuck down my yellow flowers yet. And I need to stick them down first. Look at that, just one great big clump. So we'll stick down our yellow flowers. These are going to go on there flat. If you wanted to, you can trim them up because I did do dodgy cutting out. You can use your scissors, but you know what? I'm not going to, okay? I'm going to leave this as a handmade card that looks fabulous, even though it's not what I would call perfect, because the person that you're giving it to is going to be so grateful to get it that it doesn't need to be perfect. All right, you're going to go there like so. I'm thinking that one can come out there. Yep. All right. This guy is going to straddle that piece of twine. This guy is going to need some dimensionals under the big spots. So when you turn it over, you've got a big spot up here and you've got a relatively decent sized spot here. I don't have any other minis with me. All right, so what I can do is I can use a piece of this. All the other I've been using the minis up because I just have. So we'll take this out. I want this bit to be up a little bit. Now, what I'm going to put is some glue on the end because I'm quite happy for it while it's sitting underneath there to be flat down there. Okay? Oh, hi, Linda. Yeah, landscape does look good. All right. Didn't realise that you were there, Chris. Okay. All right, so we'll just put that one there. So I've slipped it underneath. So it's flat down here, but it's got some dimensional under here. This guy is going to go up here. And again, we'll stick a dimensional under it as well because we'll have it raised up just because there's space for it. So I have already stuck this guy, the top guy, down, but that's okay. We can just sort of shove things in. I'm going to pop, we've got this little pair. I'm going to pop one on a dimensional and one not. And we've also got this other set of leaves down here as well. It's just a matter of figuring out where you want to put it. Okay. That gives me 4 flowers. I really don't think I need 4 flowers. What do you reckon? But I want this guy to go on here. But we're putting it on last. Maybe it'll go there. I don't know. We'll see. Because we need a sentiment. So when it comes to a sentiment, in the same set, we have got this little guy. Right, that will fit the happy birthday from the banners stamp. So even though that's from Paradise Garden, let me just get a piece of basic white cardstock. Here's one I prepared like earlier. And where is my sentiment? Where did I put that stamp set, people? Here it is. Here's one I prepared earlier. So I'm just going to put a happy birthday on it. All right. Where are you? My most loved stamp in this packet. Long, skinny. And see, that fits in there perfectly. Okay. Now, it's up to you whether you stamp first and then cut or what. Okay, your choice. All right, I am going to stamp this in. Let's bring that Shy Shamrock for even further forward. All right. It's actually Summer Splash, but we're going to use Shy Shamrock. We're bringing it further forward because we've got that on our leaves. We're just going to stamp that guy there. It's crooked. Let's try again. Turn her over. Why I put that on my table here is because if you put it on the table, it should actually naturally straighten out. Okay? Yeah, everyone's over here. It's just one of those things. It comes up live on Instagram. It comes up live on Facebook. It comes up live on YouTube. But most people hang out with me on Instagram, over here on our Facebook page. Okay. All right. Bring this guy back in. You could bring the mini in here if you wanted to. It's being a paperweight at the moment because I'm using it for something else. Actually, I'm using it to hold my stand still. All right, so we'll just use that same die. If you've got the punch for this, for the banners, if you've got the banners punch, you could just punch it out. But since we're in the die packet, we might as well use the dies. All right. And let's go make the table wobble again. That's a bit we actually want. So we've got our happy birthday. So depending on where you feel like putting it, will just depend on where you're going to sit this extra flower, and in this case, this extra flower, because we can actually sit that flower underneath there. Oh, look how pretty is that? And that flower over the top of it. If we want to, we can make a cluster, or we can just do, I love that that will sit up. Now, glue dots are on the table. Here they are. This one I'm going to use a glue dot for. The reason why I'm using a glue dot for is because they're clear. You can use 1 or 2 glots if you want to. If you want to add a little bit of height, yeah, I like the really bright colours too. If you want to add a little bit of height to it, you put 2 glue dots. If you don't want so much height, you only put 1. All right. Or you can roll your glue dot up to add an extra little bit of height. So I've just put 2 glue dots under here. I'm just lining it up with where the petals of that other one are. You can't really tell. You guys can sort of see it, but I'm going to Winter Stella that one just because I can. And, you know, Winter Stella is one of my staples. Love it. Absolutely love it. Let's put a little bit of Winter Stella on this one. And we can put a little bit of Winter Stella in that one there as well. Okay. All right. This guy here, you can sit her on flat or you can sit it on straight on. The choice is yours. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sit it on flat because I still want to add a bit more of, I know we've just got this line of trim. I want to add something up to zhoosh that up a bit. So I'm just going to add this guy on flat. All right. Oh, don't look at my dodgy side. Now let's tuck it under there. Make sure it is straight using the lines on my table here. Okay. I am going to put this one on. I really want to put this one on. You know I want to use this one, don't you? Because I've cut it out and everything, so I really want to use it. Yeah, there. That's where it's going. And we need another dimensional. You know how it is. I've got this piece and I don't want to just leave it sitting on my table. All right. Now, there is a set of in-color dots that match this family. These are our outgoing, aside of my Daffodil Delight and my Lemon Lolly, our Summer Splash, Shire Shamrock, and our Petunia Pop are all going. So if you really like these colors, can I suggest that you get your hot little hands on them sooner rather than later? They are all going. I'm just going to tie a big bow around here. So I'm just shoving this bit underneath there because that's where I want it to land. All right. They're all our outgoing colors, and the re-inkers will sell out first. That's usually what happens historically. But if you really want some stock up on it now, beautiful time to do it because we've got double Stampin' rewards at the minute. If you're not sure what Stampin' rewards are, reach out to me and I'll make sure that I can tell you all about them. But essentially, you get back 10% of everything that you spend in the Stampin' Up! Online store, whether you're a demonstrator or a customer. So that is for everybody. Okay. Oh, it's not a very happy looking bow, but that's okay. All right. And we'll just do that there like so. Okay. One nice bow. Now, I want to force it into submission where it's going to sit. Okay. And I'm just going to use this. I'm going to roll over my glue dot a couple of times. Okay. All right. And I'm actually got it rolled over. I don't know if you can see that. See how it's like a little bit of a knobby bit like you've rolled it round. And then I'm just going to stick that underneath here. Hello, Eilish.
Hi.
Eilish is going away for a couple of days. So Again.
Just come back.
She never stays home, this child. Have a safe trip.
And yet I still live here.
Yeah. All right. And then we need to add some gems. I think it needs some pearls. What do you reckon? Do you think it needs pearls for us?
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
The shiny ones, though, not the boring ones.
Not the boring ones. How about these guys? I don't have any of the pearls that are the same color, but I think our white ones that are up the top up there will actually just bring that little bit of white through.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. These are pearls. So yeah, these are pearls of beauty. There's a pack and a half in here, so that's why there's extra bits. Okay. All right. I've been chopping them up. I've got a couple of white ones left up there. So we're going to use those. Let's stick some big ones on it. Don't usually stick some big ones on it. All right. Okay. And a couple of little ones. And you can go and put as many as you like on here or as few as you like. And let's stick another big one. So we've got 5 there. There's 6. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Madness. And 7. Hey, it's got pearls on it. I could save this card for Mum. What do you reckon? No, I'm being a bit of a smarty pants there. My mum loves me making cards and she uses them all the time. I would say that she sends more of my cards than I do, but she's not a fan of pearls. Actually, she hates them. So I just like to tease her. So we need an inside and we need an envelope. Okay, so just quickly, where did my envelope go? Don't know. So let's get a new one. Let's bring some color to match it. If I had the pearls that were that particular color, that were from that in color family, which are still available and are on special, I would have used the ones that were Petunia Pop on there, just because that would have actually made it, it would have brought that color. Because at the moment it's mainly my greens, a little bit of yellow and a very little bit of pink. Okay. If you don't have Petunia Pop ones, but you've got the Stampin' Blends, you can color these pearls any color that you like. All right. So let's make this match a little bit. All right. Let's do on our envelope a Petunia Pop flower. And we never have one. We never have just one flower. Let's have 2 and maybe a bit of a 3rd. Okay. We're going to do the same on our inside piece. One flower, 2 flowers, and a little bit of a 3rd. Okay. Get my ink off my table so that it doesn't end up all over my envelope. Close you up. And let's put some leaves in here. This little leaf will be perfect because we can sort of sneak it in around where our flowers are. So it doesn't, our flowers don't look like they're floating too much in the ether. Okay. Now, as we're bringing our envelope in, we don't want the envelope to land in that ink. We'll just give that a bit of a wipe. So easy to clean this glass mat. I love it. And we're going to do the same here. Stick some leaves on here. Now, it's really nice to send greeting cards, but it's also really nice to gift them. So does anyone else gift their greeting cards, their handmade cards, so that then they can go even further? Like, so I make them, I give handmade cards to somebody, and then they use them. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be the one that is making them and using them, and so you don't have to do the whole kit and caboodle. All right, so we're just going to stick this little piece in here with some of our lovely green glue because it's my favorite. And there we go. So this is a very nice bright colored card. Uses some of our outgoing in colors. I'll get a nice bright photo for you. I hope you like it, everyone. All right. Couple of little reminders. If you would like to join my team, you're most welcome. There is a join link in the description. If you would like one of the new upcoming catalogs, a paper version to land in your mailbox, send me a message with your address. Even if I've had it before, I just like to confirm that people actually want to receive that happy mail. If there's a product or anything that you'd like me to show you, you're most welcome. Just send me a message and it will get featured on one of our Hooray It's Thursdays. The virtual Stampin' Up retreat is currently selling, and it's on at the end of this month. So you might like to get into that now. We're doing our cutting up and everything in advance so that we're ready for that at the end of the month. But one of the beauty about it is you're getting double Stampin' rewards today and tomorrow. So instead of getting 43 reward dollars, you'll actually get over 80. So I think that's a good bargain. Alrighty. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been lovely to see you all today. Hopefully you've enjoyed this card, and I'll catch up with you next week. Bye.